Man, it feels kind of nostalgic to be back here, doesn't it, Link? This was the very first area you went off to go save a divine beast from around Hyrule, and now here we are saving it for last, for our last round of the Champions Ballad. Hey guys, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we went on over to the Gerudo Desert. Oh, are we gonna have enough stamina to climb up? Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Yeah, we went back to the Gerudo Desert in order to take on Champion Urbosa's song and all of the trials she did 100 years ago, and then of course, we defeated Thunderblight Ganon once again in the Realm of Memories to get Urbosa's Fury Plus. And now here we are in the very last area of the four main areas of Hyrule for our last Champion Song quest. Let's go ahead and walk on up and talk to Cass once again. I applaud your courage in coming here. The locations that will be revealed to you are of trials that will enhance the power sleeping within. Do not let your guard down. Only one way to find out if I'm going to have to do a double take or not, depending on what Cass says in the song. If I can remember these locations well enough, we'll find out pretty soon. That light. Is it a reaction to someone nearby? Is it me? Or is it... Nah, it's your good friend Link, for the fourth time. What's this? A traveler in the land of flames? Are you truly able to withstand the heat? I know it's not my business, but I'm rather concerned. Oh, don't you worry. As you can see, Link's got this perfect flame-proof armor on. He's all good. It must be that you applied an ample amount of fireproof elixir, just as I did. Is that so? Nope, no elixir, just pure armor. How about that? You must have a natural ability to withstand intense heat, just like the Gorons. As for me, if I don't use fireproof elixir, I go from a bard to a baked bird. Yeah, I don't think probably rather would not want to see that. It would not be fun. Well, never mind my musings. Look, I'm sure you already know, but it's one of the monuments mentioned in my teacher's unfinished song. I wonder if my teacher ever contemplated this very song at this very spot. The song my teacher left behind. There's a verse about the trials that Champion Daruk overcame. Allow me to sing it for you. Crawling flame on a mighty peak. Udania's champion, never weak. The hero's power shall grow. Seek trials monument show. 1. Stop a titan of molten stone. Okay, so Igniotalus can do that. 2. Follow rings of light alone. 3. Survive lava's fiery fate. Champion, trials await. I can already see. Oh no, that's a shrine. Never mind. I thought that was the rings in the back. Great song as always, Cass. So, did it move you? By understanding the true natures of the champions, I'm closer than ever to completing those key verses. I can imagine it vividly. The champion's vigilance from 100 years ago. My teacher always advised that, to write good songs, one must travel the world and meet lots of people. That is why I spend my days afoot, talking to anyone who will listen. I was lucky enough to meet with Yunobo and Bluto in Goron City, both of whom knew much about the Goron Champion. They regaled me with some rather interesting stories. I'm certain the stories they shared will help greatly in my efforts to accurately write the song's key verses. I'm sure it will. And there we go, Champion Daruk's song, our last champion song. Now let me take a look at this before I forget and have to do it later on like I do with Urbosa's. So yeah, that is the top of the Eldin volcano. I'm pretty sure, I think I'm remembering right. Cass's song made me remember this, I think. We gotta jump into the volcano for that. There should probably be some sort of platform there. And I don't remember which one is the Igniotalus. We're definitely gonna fight an Igniotalus. And then we gotta chase some rings around. So, before we get started with that, of course, let's go ahead and talk to Bluto and Unobo back in Goron City. Hey, there you are, Bluto. How you doing? It's been even longer since he's last seen you around. There's another Scorcher today. Do you need something? Yeah, where is Unobo? I kind of forgot where he goes off to during the Champions Ballad. Unobo? I saw him staring off into the distance on top of the entrance gate. Typical. Actually, it seems to me that Unobo is acting more accomplished and confident these days. Maybe he's finally realized what it means to be a descendant of the great Daruk. Was something else you needed? No, he's all good. Thanks for the info. He's gonna head off to the gate. Another Scorcher. Yeah, he's got it. Ah, there you are, Unobo. Hello there. Hey, the boss said his back is all better, Goro. Oh, and Rudania stopped rampaging. I feel like I can finally take it easy, Goro. Oh, did you need something, Goro? Well, I mean, Link's already talked to Bluto and obviously knows a lot about Daruk already. But you know what? Since he's already here, why not? About Lord Daruk, Goro? Oh, that reminds me of something. I found Lord Daruk's training journal. He must have been a big eater. He sure talks about delicious rocks a bunch. Yes, he was. He was a big eater. And I think, if I remember right, the memory we get in the Daruk song is going to be proof of that as well. What else? Oh, Lord Daruk also had a good friend who liked to eat as much as he did. I don't have much of an appetite myself, so I'm pretty scrawny, Goro. I'm gonna have to start eating lots so I can become as strong as those two. That's right. I found it when I was cleaning out the abandoned North Mine when we met. Lord Daruk's training journal is at my house now, Goro. You know, I'm actually really glad that Unobo reminded me that you can actually find Daruk's journal in Goron City here, and I believe it should be in this house by the back side of the inn. Here we go. Let's go hit it up, because I do think it talks about some funny things, like he was talking about. The rock eating, which is also a cool little tease to what memory we're going to be getting later on, too. I'm going to start writing in this diary thing, starting now. Ugh, a diary. Maybe I'll call it my training journal. They say all you gotta do is write down stuff that happens. Us Gorons prefer the simple life, so I hope simple stuff counts. Let's see, for today's journal entry, what should I write about? Oh, I know. I had some rock roast from the peak of Death Mountain. It was delicious. I think I'll eat more of it soon. I talked to some Hylians at the base of the mountain. All anyone wants to talk about these days is Calamity Ganon. Reminds me of when those tiny Sheikah came to Death Mountain a few years ago to dig up that divine beast or whatever. The Hylians were saying that beast thing is a weapon someone will need to learn how to control. Back in the good old days, Gorons didn't worry about relics we couldn't eat. Now I'm hungry. That is very true, they did not. Maybe I'll track down a prime rock rose for one of my dinners tonight. Today I saw someone being attacked when I was out looking for lunch rocks at the peak. He was a tiny little guy, so I rushed down the mountain to help him. I was shocked to find he was handy with a sword. By the time I rolled his way, he'd already taken out all the monsters. I couldn't help but admire his Goron-like strength. While I was distracted, a monster almost got the jump on me. He stopped it. The great Daruk, saved by a tiny Hylian. I must have had a dopey look on my face when that happened. Hope you didn't notice. Oh well, I wonder who that could be. Definitely not the guy that's reading this, isn't it, Link? It's definitely not you. There's no way. I mean, no. That little Hylian from before is named Link. He's got a respectable appetite. Loves to eat meat, fruit, vegetables. All sorts of things a decent person wouldn't dream of eating. Link will cook up and eat just about anything. I offered him some grade A rock roast to help refine his palate. Oh, you're damn right about that. Especially how that detail, I've always loved that fun little detail, rings very true in just the game with Breath of the Wild, this game, and how he'll literally make food out of anything to survive out in the wild. I asked him how it tasted. He liked it so much he was speechless. I knew Hylians could eat rocks too. Eating isn't the only thing Link and I have in common. The little guy is also incredibly strong. He said sometimes when he focuses, it feels like time slows down. I really like that guy. He's the type of guy you can trust to have your back and also have a nice, hearty meal with. Yeah, that settles it. From now on, Link is an official brother. Hyrule's little princess came to Goron City and asked me to pilot the divine beast. I said yes. The great Daruk never turns down someone in need. When I said I would, the princess seemed really happy. There will be 4 champions to control 4 divine beasts, and 1 swordsman to take on Ganon. Including the princess, our anti-Ganon team is 6 strong, made up of all different kinds of people. This has the makings of an epic feast. I got the ball rolling by giving the princess my best rock roast. She said thanks, but I think she was holding back a grimace. Must have had something foul on her mind. I'm a champion now. Feels good. I hadn't talked with Link in a while, so seeing him at the inauguration ceremony was nice. It was a good day. Word has it Link has been chosen as Zelda's appointed knight. I can't think of a better brother for the job. I hear one of those ancient machine things went nuts during some tests and shot out deadly beams. With true Goron spirit, Link grabbed a pot lid from the ground and deflected the blast. He nailed the thing in its weak spot and saved the day. His bravery caught the king's eye, and not long after that, he was appointed to guard Zelda. I'd expect nothing less from the little guy. I've been chosen to pilot Rudania, but I was having trouble controlling it. I was the only champion who was struggling. I asked Link for advice, but he just shoved me into the divine beast so I could explore it aimlessly all day. I can't explain it, but by the end of the day, I was able to control Rudania just how I wanted to. I guess experience is the best teacher. Little guy's strength must come from working hard and never giving up. Good lesson, brother. As thanks, I'm going to treat him to some gourmet sirloin rock. All my Hylian brother seems to do these days is watch over the tiny princess while she does her research. It looks like tough work, but the princess seems a lot happier and talks more since she's been doing it, so it must be okay. I hear the little guy finally opened up about his troubles to the princess while they were shoveling food. Surprisingly, she opened up right back. Said something princessy like, I guess we're the same, you and I. Sounds heavy. They must have been bonding over their food preferences. That'll do it all right. That'll do it indeed. Speaking of opening up, all this journal writing has made me realize something about myself. Writing makes me hungry. You know what, Daruk? Well said. No, I guess I got a little mixed up with the trials over here. I completely forgot that the rings were by the volcano itself. For some reason, I thought we had to jump into the volcano, but that doesn't matter. At least we can take on a trial here. And while we're going on through the rings, I just want to talk a little bit more about the super cool journal entry, or training journal, I guess, as Daruk likes to put it. It's just super cool. Like, I love the extra details of getting to hear more about, like, Daruk's relationship with the champions, and especially Link, and how him and Link became close friends. Goron's sworn brother from eating rock sirloin and with all of his strength and all that stuff. Super cool details, and just I love it when games do that, especially when they make the world like feel even more alive and all that. Super cool. Now, what's also going to be cool is doing this on the first try. We're doing this pretty good so far. I don't want to get too close to the lava. That would be very, very bad, and I think we'd have to redo the trial, which I guess it's not been bad so far. Don't know why. For some reason in my head, doing this as we went along, for some reason I thought it was a lot worse, but you know, really not that bad. Pretty easy, and now we're done. We can move on, taking on our first shrine. And here we are, ready to take on the Sharo Loon Shrine. Blind spots. Sharo Loon Shrine. Ooh, this one's a fun one. I do remember this one from seeing these spinning blocks. Okay, so obviously as you can tell by what we're already seeing already, the main objective for the shrine is hanging on to this spinning block, or moving block, that's going to take us all the way around to the entrance. But of course we've also got the fire to deal with, and here comes the fun part of the shrine, as we are going to want to be doing a lot of back and forth dodge and weaving by moving our way around the block through certain angles to avoid the fire. Super, super cool. And just doing all these shrines again just reminded me the Champions Ballad just has some really cool shrines. Like, you got some really cool stuff. Like, you got the ones with the one with the Obliterator of, like, the darkness, and the extended Guardian fight. Why am I blanking on the name? The max test of strength one. Then you've got, like, some of the cool wind flying ones, and, like, the very creative, like, ice placing ones for Lanayru and all that. Super cool shrine. Lots of fun stuff to do in the Champions Ballad, including jumping off at this stop, because we are going to be jumping onto our next block. Now, obviously, there are chests around here, as well. I just don't remember the exact location for them. But if I see any of them along, I'll pick them up. But if not, then I'm just going to keep homing on in to our destination, as we are doing so well so far. A nice try. You really think a few Guardians is going to stop Link? Not when we've got the Master Sword, full hearts for the Sword Beam. It's going to be perfectly fine to keep on moving along. Go ahead and get ready to jump off here. There we go. And I believe this should be one of our last travel areas before we get off to picking up our first Rudania's emblem. But I think this one kind of switches up a little bit. Like, they try to make it a little bit more difficult compared to the earlier ones. So I'll see as we go along. Okay, I see some water over there. Probably going to pull out Cryonis. I think that's for a chest, right? Yeah, I see it falling down. Okay. Might be able to stop it if we place it there, I think, maybe? Oh, there we go. Well, I guess not enough to have it not fall all the way down to the bottom. Oh, there we go. Oh, that kind of stopped it, like, just barely. Okay, I'm getting a little bit too preoccupied with this, but thank God it stopped that time, so we don't have to run into the fire. That'd be very bad. Ooh, great flame blade. You know what? I have inventory space, so I'll take it. Ooh, God. Okay. Shit, that fire is probably gonna have Link fall down, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so, but I wanted to take a chance anyways. I think it'd probably just make my life easier if we just go ahead and climb up on this side, which I believe is the intended way anyways. We go ahead and jump over here. And now, from here on out, we're going to want to place the final Cryonis block so we can get all the way to the top. And I think from this, we should be done. If we can, Link, you can actually jump onto them properly, that'd be really nice. Alright, you got this, Link. Third time's a charm. It always works. Let's go ahead and just wait for it to get a bit closer so we don't fall off this time. There we go. Perfect. Climb up here. And now, we can go ahead and be finished. In all of its glory, here it is, Rudania's emblem, the commemorative symbol of a fire trial's completion by one who wishes to control a divine beast. Collecting 3 emblems will lead to a new challenge. It took me a little bit to remember the exact location for our next trial to hit up. I wanted to go hit up the Igneo Talus, as just like how the Molduga was handled in the Gerudo Desert, with it being a stronger version of Molduga, the same is going to be for this Igneo Talus. It's going to be a stronger version as well. Now, I think I am right in it being in Lake Darman. I just don't really remember which pocket area of the lava lake here it is in. So I guess I'm just going to keep... Oh, wait, no, hold on. That looks promising. Very conveniently placed molten rocks in lava. I think that's probably going to be our Igneo Talus, right? Hopefully it is. Let me get my ice arrows just in case. I think, now that I'm seeing this again, this is going to be what we're looking for. Oh yeah, this definitely is it. Alright, here we go. Let's get started. Trial 2, begin. Go ahead and reveal yourself. Any second now. Link definitely, doesn't really got all day. You can just take your time. There it is. The Igneo Talus Titan Divine Beast Tamer's Trial. Let's go ahead and get started. Pop some ice arrows. Get that guy cooled down so we can go in with the Master Sword. I'm kind of surprised, but not really, I guess, at the same time along with the Master Sword class. I don't remember if I brought this up, but obviously when you finish the trial of the sword, the Master Sword's durability gets increased a little bit longer as well, outside of its strength. And damn, speaking of strength, that guy had a pretty big walloping on Link right over there. I mean, I gotta give you credit. I don't even think the Moldu King was able to do that on Link, so good for you, I guess, for doing that on your own. Go ahead. Enough said, drop it down again. Go. It keeps flying around just like that. I don't remember this. I don't want to take any chances, but it is highly possible that if you fall in the lava, then all is ruined with this fight, and you're gonna have to do it all over again, which would not be fun, even if it's not that bad with strong weapons. Which obviously, by this point in Champions Ballad, you will have strong weapons just like that to take down the Titan. You can go ahead and reveal yourself, Second Shrine. Let's go ahead and take on the reward for beating the Igneo Talus Titan, taking on the Kamiya Omuna Shrine. Moving targets, Kamiya Omuna Shrine. Okay, this one I don't really remember compared to the moving blocks one, so let's just go ahead and see what we got. Oh, okay. So it's gonna be like one of those, like that one we did, I think, back in the Kala with the... I think it's back in the Kala where you do that one with the hitting switch ones. That's gonna be pretty fun. Except this time, obviously, it's moving, so you're going to have to be aiming your shots a little bit more carefully this time. That's not that bad. I could do that probably kind of easily, but watch, now that I'm saying that, I'm probably going to be jinxing myself, but only one way to find out. That should be good. Okay, that is way too low. Are you able to... Oh, that's right, this thing moves down. I forgot about that. Okay, that would certainly have made my whole life a lot easier if you could have done that earlier, but, you know, no biggie, I guess. Just, yeah, keep on working against Link. Gotta guess it's coming back up. Let's go. We got this. There we go. Perfect shot. Beautiful. And obviously, they're not going to make it that easy to get into victory over there, as we've got once another gate right over there. And I do see that chest over there, but do I want to go pick that up? I don't know. Maybe I'll go check it out later, but for now, let me go ahead and open up the rest of the way to the shrine. Oh, right. This part. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. This part's not as fun, because now we got another apparatus part to be dealing with here. We're going to want to, like, move the gateway there to, like, a perfect angle. Which, I mean, now that I'm doing that's not really that bad. It's just moving at the angle. It's just, I get PTSD whenever I see the apparatuses again. But we should be good if we line it up properly like that. There we go. Nice. Oh, okay, maybe I was right in thinking so. But it's this part that I think maybe gets a little bit of annoying. Go ahead and place this bomb right back in here. Let me see how good my memory can serve me when it comes to remembering how to angle this place properly. I think probably we're gonna want it like to where it obviously like reveals that switch there, but not when this thing is getting in the way. That would not be very fun. So I feel like I had the angle going like a little bit earlier, but you know, of course, leave it to me to ruin it and mess things up again. That should just about do it, I think. That should be good if we can get angled down a little bit further. There we go. Hopefully that's right. It's like the best I could do. Find out, and ooh, just scraped the edge there. Oh man, that's the thing with some apparatus stuff is, especially with how they got you moving your controller like all the way around, or I guess the whole Switch itself if you're playing in handheld mode. You gotta do a lot of movement in certain angles. Oh, there we go. Nice shot, Link. And there we go. Let's get to victory. But before we go off to victory, you know, I've made up my mind. I'll go ahead and check out that chest and see what we got to do to get over to them. So let's see. I don't even remember if I've even opened this chest before. Let's see what we got. Is this anything? We gotta have something fall in there. Probably gotta shoot a thing in there. You know what? Never mind. I changed my mind once again. Let's just go on to victory. No shit. There's 2 rings in Eldin Volcano? I don't remember that. There's gotta be a reason for that. Oh wait, I picked up the magnesis blocks. Oh wait, I'm remembering now. Okay. I see. So I believe this one, I think Pass was saying this too, I don't know entirely if he did or not, but if he did, then I probably forgot. My mistake. I believe what we want to do for this one is we're going to want to actually bring this block over all the way to that blue light over there, as we are not going to want to have Link do that. Definitely not that. What we really want to do is have that box right in the blue circle. I hope that's in well enough. It's like right on the edge, but that should still count. And we are going to want to have Link stay in there for as long as he can. He's going to take a bit of damage, but we have all the hearts for that. We're going to be good to go. And there we go. Just like that. Very easy shrine with a cool idea. I did like how, I've always liked how you kind of have to survive like a trial, kind of like the Gut Rock challenge. I think that's the right word. Gut Rock, that was the, you know, the one with the Gorons, where he's enduring the lava, the heat, the pure strength challenge. It's a shorter version of that, of course, but still fun when they do that, though. Oh, hey there, Gorons. Did you see Link's badass skills out there in the lava? Standing out in the lava on a box. Super talented. Feel the burn, brother! Pump it up, brother! Oh, it's the 4th Goron Blood Brother. The one who beat both the contest of endurance and our gut check challenge. That's the correct word I was thinking of. Gut check. Do you know why Champion Daruk chose this place to train, brother? Neither do we, but us Goron Blood Brothers are gonna find out by completing the training ourselves. What happened, brother? Oh yeah, he's already been there, done that for you. Don't have to worry. It wouldn't have triggered the shrine for you guys to finish and go onwards anyways, because you're not a champion like Link. I look away for one blasted second, and the glowing ring disappears. Feel the burn, brother! Hey, the glowing ring is gone. I wasn't done training with it. So sweaty, brother. I'm okay with how things turned out. I'm not quite ready for lava training, brother. Well, I guess Link did you guys a favor then by doing it for you. Although, you know, I guess Link, it could have been kind enough to let the Gorons know you were going to do that. But that doesn't matter, because here we are, ready to take on the Renu Honika Shrine. Block the Blaze. Renu Honika Shrine. This one's also kind of a fun one, too. Yeah, Death Mountain. Eldin Volcano has got the best shrines out of all the Champions Ballad, or at least in my opinion. We're going to want to be dotting a lot of fire over here, and I think probably pretty soon we're going to be dealing with more falling into lava. Yeah, what I was trying to say is we're going to be dealing with some more Magnesis stuff over here. We're going to want to push that over there. There we go. Perfect. Go ahead and move that over here. Now we're going to want to put that as like a safekeeper over there. Just so we can block this off a little more, but we are going to want to pick this up. Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind. We're going to need that other box. We're going to need this one to block it. Be a good friend. Where did that one go? Did that fall off? Oh, God. That's on the verge of falling. Don't want that one to fall. That's not going to be good. Okay. Can we, like, go ahead and do that? Is that going to work? Okay, what if we... There we go. Place it like that. Perfect. Go ahead and squeeze on through. Just like that. There we go. Man, I don't know how. I was just thinking, I don't know how I missed off the bomb one. The bombable one earlier, but... I mean, I guess I found it afterwards on the lava. Better than nothing. Go ahead and pick up this chest, too. Forgot to do it on the last one. Or, you know... Actually, no. Wrong choice of words. Chose to. Because I didn't really like how you had to do it. Stone Smasher. Pretty good. We have that same exact Great Flame Blade, the same weapon ability. So I'll go ahead and pick up the Stone Smasher. Gonna be better off without that Flame Blade. We have way too many elemental weapons. Like, literally way too many. Come on, apparatus platform. We just gotta avoid the flames, which, you know, I think is easier said than done. This is gonna be kind of annoying, but if we can get a kind of a good angle, just like that, just good enough. Just so we can get to the end of the shrine. No, don't go back down. Or going back up, that works too. That could be good. Let's go see. That can be good enough to cross? It should be, right? Please don't fall into the flames. I would really not like that. And there we are. We're good to go. Now that you have collected 3 emblems, you must go to Divine Beast Farutania. And that he will, for the last time. We've arrived, ready to take on our last mine trial, and Link is trying to prove himself that he's more ready than ever to take on this last trial by not having any flame-proof armor, because he's just a badass like that. He's going to show Daruk that he doesn't need flame-proof armor to take on that trial. To the one who approaches this divine beast, in the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. In exchange for Udania's emblems, you will be granted the chance to tread through the realm of memories. Those who lack determination will find this trial unforgiving. Do not take this place lightly, nor dismiss it as merely a world within your mind. The truth is much deeper than you know. For the last time, he understands. Let's go ahead and do it. One last time into the memory zone. He's returned to the depths of the volcano, ready to kick some Ganon ass once again. This illusory realm was created from the depths of your memories. The enemy you shall face is a product of the fear that dwells within. You must overcome this fear to proceed. This battle is a trial of the soul. You must emerge victorious using only the tools provided. Why, hello once again, Fireblight Ganon. Let's go ahead and do this. Last time tangoing with the illusory realm Ganons. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright. Now, of course, once again, as I've said so many times, gonna be completely doable, like super fast, especially since I believe they just straight up give you Daruk's Boulder Breaker, which just does a shit ton of damage. And look at that! We're already almost in the halfway phase of Firefly Ganon. Definitely the easier one for the trials they give you. And also the contrast here. They give you less arrows this time for Fireblight compared to when you're fighting Windblight. Kinda cool. You know, it's kinda cool. Already moved on to the second half phase. Man. The trials are fun though. I think I mentioned this earlier on. I think it is cool that with Champions Ballad, you do get the option to keep coming back to these if you want to. Because it's always fun to do boss rushes. No matter even if the bosses are easy or difficult or not. I've always liked when games do boss rushes, especially if you get a really fun boss. Go. Get do the old bomb trick once again. Then we're gonna go in there for the Grand Slammeroo right over here. Oh, look at that damage. Ooh, if we can get some charge ups, that'd be good. There we go. There we go. Before he teleports. Actually, no, we might be able to hold off for Ghost's Fury right when he teleports over there. If we can get in range. If we can get in range. You're clever. You knew that was coming. So we didn't want to get hit by it. No, I see you, Fireblight Ganon. I see you. You're not going to be clever enough for this, though. Because he's coming in for the round 2 on the Grand Slam. You're going to die before you can even get to that laser. Oh, never mind. You are not. You are not. I spoke too soon. I feel like that always happens. Alright, come on. Sit tight. Let's go ahead and die for me, please. And you're dead. That was probably the easiest memory trial you took on, Link. Hope you brought more fireproof elixir, Cass. You guys are straight up at the core of the volcano. Are you still adrift in thought? You seem lost to the whims of your mind. Oh, pardon me. I suppose it's none of my business. Ah, wandering around here and listening to anecdotes about Champion Daruk has truly invigorated me. In fact, it has inspired me to honor him in my own way, separate from my teacher's unfinished song. That is why I felt inclined to roost here, near the divine beast Varudania, which Daruk himself mastered. I've written a song to try and capture the essence of Champion Daruk. Recall Rudania's champion of flame. Before his fated moment finally came. This is the tale of great Daruk's task, and the princess who came to ask.
Count me in, tiny princess. I'm the fearless Daruk, and if Hyrule needs my help, I'll gladly lay down my life.
Thank you, Daruk.
Not sure if it's Calamity Ganon's fault or what, but I hear monsters have been attacking people more than ever lately. Times like these, you shouldn't leave the castle without a horde of mighty Gorons to watch your back.
You sound like Father. He's assigning a knight to watch over me wherever I go. I hear the top contender is the most accomplished swordsman in all of Hyrule.
Huh? That could only be... Huh? What the... They really are all over the place these days. Is someone being attacked? Cowards. Wait here, princess.
You're gonna learn not to mess with Daruk, Bokoblins. Get the hell out of here.
Mindless little cuckoos! No monster stands a chance with guiding me, the almighty Daruk.
Oh! You're safe.
Look at that cute little doggy. How hard this is with the Bokoblins to try to attack this
Seems
thing.
our friend here was the one being attacked. Precious boy. You saved his life. Huh?
What's wrong? You scared of dogs, Daruk?
Well,
Well, looks like it.
imagined the great Daruk would have a weakness.
So tell me, Princess,
Yes?
Calamity Ganon isn't, some kind of a dog monster, is he?
You know, Daruk, you're awfully lucky that Ganon likes to take pig forms instead of a dog. Also, I don't know how I completely forgot. For some reason, my brain thought that that was going to be the cutscene that shows Link eating rock sirloins, but I think I completely got them mixed up with Age of Calamity, so my fault. I apologize for that. Don't know how I got that mixed up, but I think that was Age of Calamity that shows that. I suppose even champions are not immune to fear. So, what do you think of Champion Daruk's song? By writing a song that celebrates the softer side of Champion Daruk, I feel closer than ever to my dear teacher. The missing verses of an ancient song. I think the perfect setting would be Hyrule Castle in the distant past.
I knew you could do it, little
Hey
guy.
there, Daruk.
Now you can use Daruk's protection more than ever.
Love to hear that.
If you see that Ganon jerk, give him a message for me. Good riddance, bacon breath.
We'll be sure to pass it along when he gets to Hyrule Castle. You have his word, Daruk. And here it is. Finally, the last champion's ability upgraded to its plus. Daruk's Protection Plus. Champion Daruk's Divine Gift. So long as you're holding ZL, it will automatically protect you from all manners of attacks. It now requires less time to recharge. The Champion Daruk song is done as well, of course. But we're not done. We still got a little bit more to go. I am Maz Koshia. I must commend you for conquering the trial thus far. The door to the final trial is now open at the Shrine of Resurrection. Go and face your destiny. Don't you worry, Maz Koshia. They'll be doing that. That all sounds fine and dandy right now, but we're gonna obviously save that for the next episode. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'll see you in the next one, where we will be heading back to the Shrine of Resurrection to end things to where it all began, to go ahead and take on the last trial for the Champions Ballad, which is pretty fun. We are obviously with that coming to a close pretty soon on the Champions Ballad. There's some pretty damn cool stuff that we will be seeing in this last trial that I'm very excited to be doing once again. So that is going to be obviously in the next episode, and then after that, I'm gonna have to decide how I want to split it up, because I remember the last trial is kind of long, so I might do that in like 2 videos. I don't know, it depends on how I feel about the recording until when we get to that point. But then after that, once we for sure finish Champions Ballad, I'm gonna have to think of what I want to do, because after that, that's gonna be done with all of the like story stuff. Because obviously we did the main story and then doing DLC as well. So I'm gonna have to decide if I want to do heading off to the final boss in Hyrule Castle, like right after Champions Ballad, or maybe I might do some other stuff. There's some other cool side stuff you can do in Hyrule. I don't know. I'm gonna have to make that decision pretty soon, but at least I don't have to make it now. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe for enjoying my videos, and I'll see ya in the next one. Peace.
My favorite, prime rock roast. Doesn't it look delicious? Why don't you dig in, little guy? Sorry. How thoughtless of me. I should have brought some for you, tiny princess. Next time, I promise to bring enough for everyone.
Thank you very much.